Hello friends, hope you are doing well. So today we will be discussing a very important topic that appeared in today's Assam Tribune editorial section. The article is Saving Our Amazon and is related to the much controversial coal mining in the Dihing Patkai forest ranges. And the article has been written by Anna Borua and Kishanu Kashyap. So lot of this topic is a very relevant topic, and questions are likely to be asked in the upcoming prelims, APSC prelims and mains 2020. So we will be discussing this topic, and at the end we'll also discuss some important questions that are likely to be asked from this topic. So let's discuss about this article. Friends, the writers begin the article with a very famous quote of Mahatma Gandhi, and that is, what we are doing to the forest of the world is but a mirror reflection of what we are doing to ourselves and one another. So this is a very beautiful quote which we can use while writing essays in APSC mains papers, or you can also write in UPSC essay papers. So the writer says that gives example be it like Namada Bachao Andolan in 1980s, or the recent RA protest where some forest cover was cleared up to make car shed for the metro. So this they relate with the coal mining activity that is going on in Dihing Patkai Forest Reserve, and this only signifies that what man's greed and unnatural interest can cause havoc to environmental resources. Now coming to the Dihing Patkai Wildlife Sanctuary. So this is a tropical evergreen forest, and is located in the Brahmaputra Valley of Assam. Okay, so and why it's important? Because it is home to 7 primate species. The primate species and including the Huluk gibbon, and this Huluk gibbon is only endemic to Northeast India. Means it's only found in Northeast India only, and the forest is also home to 7 species of cats and approximately 400 avifaunal species, means varieties of birds which are also endemic, or they are peculiar to this region only, this Dihing Patkai Reserve forest only, and around 70 species of reptiles and amphibians. So you can gauge like how many different varieties of birds, flora and fauna it supports. And you can also find a sizable population of Indian elephants along this reserve. So like and several rare species of Chinese pangolin and crab-eating mongoose. So these are the animals that are found in the Dihing Patkai Reserve forest. And the Dihing Patkai Reserve is also important because it houses the Assam's state tree, that is the Hulung tree, and botanically known as Dipterocarpus macrocarpus. So this fact we can remember, it may come in our prelims examination. And it has also a lot of orchid diversity, and around 100 species of orchids are found here in this reserve forest. And because of this reserve forest is known as the Amazon of the East, because of its rich flora and fauna. Now why the controversy arrived here? The controversy arrived recently because the National Board for Wildlife (NBWL) recently considered the proposal that was given by Northeastern Coalfields of Coal India Limited, a branch of Coal India Limited, that to use 98.59 hectares, almost 100 hectares of forested land in the Seleki region of the wildlife of the Dihing Patkai Elephant Reserve for coal mining. So now this area is peculiar, like is the area corridor for elephants, and it also will hamper the other flora and fauna along with the elephants, and also the rich ecological diversity here. And that's why the environmentalists are protesting against the mining activities here. The writers also say that this is not the first time that coal mining has started here. They say that the open cast coal mining is going on here since 1973, and there have been and these have been done illegally since 2003, because this coal lease for coal mining by Coal India has been expired in 1973. So after that, it is mainly through illegal means that coal mining is going on. Now the question is, why the government of India has permitted this Coal India Limited to continue its mining activities here. The answer is the India government is highly over dependent on coal, and is evident because 55% of India's energy requirement is uh, brought from is covered through coal only. So besides huge dependence on coal for energy requirement, there is a significant gap between import and export of coal, and that's leading to the huge fiscal burden on government. And recently the government has announced a package of for Atmanirbhar Bharat, and that the writers say that is vocal for local, and that is also one of the reasons that government has intended to replace imports with domestic produce, and that's why it has given permission for coal mining activities in the Dihing Patkai to make India self dependent on coal reserves. And the writers say that the possible impact of this Dihing Patkai coal mining would be the obstruction of the Patkai Elephant Reserve, like the natural corridors of the elephants will be obstructed due to these mining activities, and which may lead to frequent man-animal conflict. And also extension of coal fields will lead to an increase in labor force, like more laborers will be required, and this will possibly increase the risk of human and animal or elephant conflict even more. And this man elephant conflict is a quite a big issue, like frequently we are experiencing in Assam this conflict. And besides this and the deforested forestation of activity like cutting of trees and forests because of coal mining will lead to the destruction of habitats of several animal species here. So this is another reason, another adverse effect of this coal mining, which is like to be like to happen. And it will also endanger several the habitats and lives of several endangered species, and which has been declared endangered by the IUCN. So and it also will destroy the rich avian diversity. Like already we have discussed that this Ding Patkai Reserve is a home to several bird species. This is a home of several bird species. So they will also, their natural habitat will also get destroyed because of these coal mining activities. And the writers here mention a very important fact are that this avian species, the bird species, are habitat specialists, means they are very sensitive to their habitats, and once their habitat is destroyed or disturbed, then they find very difficult to establish or go somewhere else and make habitat there. So this will be a catastrophic activity for the avian species there. So here writers call for, although like they say that development activities like coal mining are required, very much required for the development of the nation, but you also need to make this development sustainable, so that the environment is not adversely affected by humans man's activities or man's greed or man's economic interest. So in the end, writers say that although this economic activity is necessary, but we need to assess the three D's. This is very important, like three D's. What are these three D's? They say it's disaster, damage, and displacement. So these are the three factors, three D's, which the government or environmentalists need to carry out, or they need to research beforehand any activity they make on any reserve forest site or environmental sites. So and if we see in the end that the benefit is more than the loss, then we can go ahead with our economic activities or whatever activities the government decides. But before that, you need a clear scientific research and study needs to be done, so that the adverse environmental impact of coal mining in Dihing Patkai Reserve Forest is averted. So this was all about saving our Amazon, the article saving our Amazon. Now let's discuss some important questions which are likely to be asked in APSC prelims in mains 2020. Now friends, let's discuss some questions relevant to APSC prelims and mains 2020. The first question, mainly it will be important for prelims perspective. Which wildlife sanctuary is known as Amazon of the East? Options: Kaziranga, Manas, Dihing Patkai, Povitra. So the answer is Dihing Patkai. Next question, which primate is endemic to Northeast India? Options: A. Golden langur, B. Lion-tailed macaque, C. Dwarf lemurs, D. Hullock gibbon. And our answer is Hullock gibbon. And What is the botanical name of holong tree? The answer is Dipterocarpus macrocarpus. And this question is important from mains perspective. Is critically analyze the impact of coal mining in Ding Patkai Wildlife Reserve on economy and ecology of Assam. Of Assam. So you can just write answer about this and write the answer in the comment section below, and I'll give the feedback in the next class. So that's it for today. Thank you. Thanks for watching.